Welcome to Chapter 3 of Behind the Words TV episode with Dar Geiger, speaker and author. Dar's book is Reignite Your Joy. Dar, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Hey, Dar, we've talked about in other segments about the idea of all the negative in the world, of the things that you've been through, that all of us are going through, and the importance of joy. Is joy more important than ever?
Absolutely, without a doubt. It's so very necessary. The second part of my title of my book, it's about learning how to reignite your joy, but it's let God lead your dance through life.
Okay, yeah.
So,
tell us about dancing.
yes,
Dancing's important to you.
Oh, it's so important because it's physical, number one.
Yeah.
But music ministers to us as well. Mm-hmm. Movement is so good for us. It brings people together. It makes you smile. It makes you laugh. It makes you want to move. Yeah. It gives you peace. Relaxing music can give you peace, and it just is a great...
Well, you started as a child with a family dancing, right?
Dancing on my daddy's feet.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
The old quintessential standing on dad's feet dancing thing, yeah, okay. And so that taught you a lifetime of dancing, and you taught some husbands to dance, or
I did. I taught
soulmates?
my husband to dance, yes.
Before he could marry you, yes.
Yes,
And so that's all about the dance, which is in your subtitle, Dance Through Life, you bet. And I think that's a wonderful picture. And we've talked about how the treasure map of getting through life with the goal of finding the treasure and knowing God and Jesus at the end, all through the life, of course. And the toolkits, ways to get there with prayer and faith and laughter and gratitude. Those are all important, aren't they?
They're so important. You can really find joy when you seek the Lord and look into the scriptures. The treasures are in the Bible, because they're God's love letters to us.
God's love letters to us, yes.
The prize is the end result of finding your purpose and your value and how well we are loved by God.
Okay.
And that He has purpose for us. You can wake up every morning with excitement and vitality. Okay, God, what do you got for me today?
It's the prize. It's the big picture, right?
Yeah, it's the excitement. It's the energy. It's God's joy that He came to bring and to give us.
Well, it wasn't always easy for you to focus on the prize. You had a bit of a bumpy way along the road here.
I definitely did. I was running the other way.
And tell us about that.
Well, I just ran from God through trying to fulfill my cravings, my desires to feel important, significance, to feel happy, to feel fulfilled.
Right.
And so I did the wrong things. I made poor choices by abusing alcohol and smoking and abusing shopping big time to fulfill. And it never satisfied.
Do you think other women out there listening have that issue? I mean, of course there's alcoholism and smoking in the shopping thing. I mean,
oh my goodness.
Tell me about that.
Retail therapy.
Retail therapy.
It's temporary. That's what I found out.
It's a buzz, yeah.
It's a buzz, but it's temporary. And so there's better ways. Yeah. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with shopping by any means.
No.
It's a necessary thing, too. Yeah. But
I can see how it's so easy. I mean, let's picture an everyday mom. She's not an alcoholic. She doesn't smoke, but it's insidious, I would think, about the whole shopping thing. I mean, I can see how, I haven't personally seen it in my family necessarily, but I can see how it would occur where to get that buzz, and it's not illegal or immoral or anything like that, and so people may not even know they have that addiction. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you kind of, I would numb out, really.
Wow.
Because I'd be on a high with all of this clothing and shoes and all that kind of thing.
Right.
It would kind of numb me out. And like I said, it was temporary, and then I'd feel guilty. And that's
sure.
basically what our enemy tries to do, is to tempt us, and then we try to fulfill our needs with worldly things, and we're not fulfilled. So then we get guilty. And God will test us, and He'll give us choices to follow His direction, and when we do, we are fulfilled. Okay. That's the way God works in a person's life, and in my life.
Keeps that prize in front of us that way.
Yes.
Well, and was your alcohol addiction, was that during your shopping phase as well?
Oh,
or
for sure.
All of it together?
Yeah, because I don't rely on any of those things today.
Well,
Thank the Lord. I don't I haven't had a drink for 36 years.
Wow.
Praise God.
One
day at a time.
That's awesome.
God helped me give up the smoking habit, which was hurting my body and my lungs. So I've got pink lungs today.
Yeah, pink lungs, yeah.
And shopping, I like to shop, but it's not anything that gives me a buzz or.
Yeah, you're not addicted to it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun going shopping with a girlfriend, that kind of thing. But anyway, the principles and the tools that keep me on track one day at a time are those tools of seeking God through His Word. The prize is the treasure, the prize is in the Scriptures.
Okay.
God, it's God's guidelines for us on how to live a fulfilling life full of joy. It doesn't mean that we're belly laughing all the time, right?
Right.
It's an inner peace and a knowing that something greater than me is in charge of my life and loves me dearly and wants the best for me. And that's what He has for you too.
God's love letters to us. I love it. And I mean, if anyone had a reason to be sad or down, I mean, you lost 2 soulmates along the way, not just one, but 2. You had your husband for many years, and then secondly, you met somebody else.
I did. After 7 years,
7 years.
My husband being gone, I met a gentleman, and we fell in love. We danced. We loved dancing, and we loved laughing together. And
you kind of avoided him at first.
I did. I didn't want a person. I didn't want a man in my life, but I did pray and ask God to fulfill me. And He just asked me to trust Him. And so a few days later, I met Vito, which he was from Italy and had a wonderful accent, and he was full of joy and laughter.
Right.
And how many women, this is how I see it, have 2 men that loved her and that I loved back?
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for
Well,
them.
you go back to that. The prize is gratefulness. We are grateful because of the prize and the joy. And I mean, you could say, "Oh, I outlived two soulmates," and on the other hand, you say, "I love your attitude. I'm grateful for those 2 soulmates that you had."
Well, and look what God's done for me in my life. I mean, I wrote my biography. It's His story of my life.
Yep. Yeah.
Right?
And it's a great story.
So here we are talking about it. I'm so full of gratitude for you, Paul, and for giving me this time.
Well, thank you.
To talk about how God works in our lives.
Well, it's my honor to talk to you, and you're an inspiration to me, because anytime I feel like, oh, I got problems in my life. well, you've had more than your share, and you've overcome them. Why? Because of your gratitude and because of the prize. Last words about the prize.
Yes. My suggestion is to just open up the Bible, have a pad of paper and a pen, and ask God to help you find joy. And then wait and see. And I would love to hear the story of how He works in anybody's life.
You bet. You're out there, you do speaking, and you do your author work, and you go to a lot of groups and such. So look for Dar Geiger, speaker, author, Reignite Your Joy. Let God lead your dance through life. Dar, great to talk to you.
Thank you, Paul.
God bless.
My pleasure. God bless you.
Talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.